You hide under the word perfect when you know we want accountability and we want the better version of you. We're tired of you guys honestly not bringing anything to the table and just trying to come for the leftovers. So, what did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen?
Going on, you guys? This is another episode of Talking to Tequila. We about to jump right into it. This is a guy, I do not know his name, but he went on the internet streets, okay, and said how he feel about women expect men to be. So, we gonna, no further ado, let's cut straight to the clip.
Explain to me how we got to the point where men are expected to be damn near perfect for a woman, but a woman can get away with not being shit for a man. Let me explain. Today, right now, men are expected to take women as they are. So they can be a bat, they can be a slut, they can be old, they can be a single mom. And if a man does not want to put up with that shit, the man gets demonized. The man is a problem because he don't want to take a woman as she is. Flip that shit the other way though. Do I even need to provide the goddamn examples? Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hell, all a man has to do is just be short and, hey, it's curtains for him. Women ain't about to entertain that. But you still got the long ass list of standards that most women have in regards to a man. You know what I'm saying? Got to be a certain height. Got to make a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Got to be fit. Got to be kind. Got to be loyal. All this shit that they be talking about. But yeah, they can get away with just being the scum of the earth. But they deserve a man that they want. And society accepts it. It's socially accepted for this dynamic to exist. That's my problem.
This is my problem. Every man that I hear talk like that is because you're trying to date a woman outside of your caliber. Real shit. I'm so sick and tired of people saying what a man should be or a woman should be in any situation. I feel like women who do it, that's not your man on your level or a man that you know won't be with you. Men who do it, that's a woman that won't look at you twice and won't be with you. Y'all kill me with that shit. Nobody is putting nothing in place for nobody to fucking settle for. And I'm going to sum it up right there because I'm so tired of this conversation. Dead ass for real. If you know you you going to get a... If you know this nigga, you ain't know him making no posts like this. And I'm done. Whatever you got to say, baby. Enough for the both of us. If somebody come out on the internet streets like this saying their opinion, it's only right for other people to chime in and say how they feel. So you already, said how you feel, got them together real quick, got up in there, knocked them out of the ring and everything. Now we gonna listen to the people of the internet streets and see how they drag his ass. Let's go.
That men are being held to this perfection standard right now, and women can basically do whatever they want, or so it feels like. And I'm not a woman, and I don't pretend to understand the entirety of the experience of being a woman, but I have a lot of women in my life that I've listened to, and I believe it's important for men who have done such things to communicate directly to other men so we can all hopefully be better. So I'd like to speak to you now, my guy. Okay, so a couple things. So basically for the entirety of humanity, all of history, women have basically been told to fit into a very tiny box. They've been told to be very quiet. They've been told to be very small. They've been told that their entire lives, their entire being is to be in service of men, people who essentially are us, look like us. You know, you get it. They've also essentially been told that their bodies only exist to please men or to grow more men. And if they, accidentally make a girl, they are to train that girl to be a woman who also lives in servitude of men. See where I'm going? So basically for the last 100 years or so, women have been clawing and scratching and screaming and dying and protesting just to get the same rights that us men have had for all of eternity. And currently they still don't have all the rights and privileges that we have, but all the ones that they do have, they are taking and they are running with. So if you see women out there living however they want, dressing however they want, accepting their bodies for the first time in history, eating whatever they want, maybe consider for the first time that this has nothing to fucking do with us. And accept the possibility or the notion that maybe we are not being held to a standard of perfection as much as they have raised their standards and they're not settling for bullshit anymore. Maybe we're...
He's a man that's not dealing with that. You heard him. He listens. Right. He really don't understand where Buddy coming from with this. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
We're not being held to a standard of perfection as much as they're not accepting the breadcrumbs that we've been giving them for an eternity. Instead, they're making their own damn meal to kind of show us what kind of food they expect us to bring to the table. If you pay enough attention right now, you'll see that women are actually leading the way by example on how to live your best life, be the most authentic, love yourself fully, do the work, go to therapy, all the things that we need to all be doing as humans to be better for humanity. Us men love being inspired and encouraged to be better if it comes from like an athlete or a coach or an artist that we love. But for some reason, we continually have issues if that artist or coach or athlete that we love has a female voice. So instead of asking yourself why you feel like you're being held to a standard of perfection, maybe we need to be asking ourselves why we feel so averse to growth and encouragement and change when it comes from anybody else who doesn't look like us.
Somebody please explain to me how we got to the point where men are expected to be damn near.
Alright, with all due respect, man to man, if this video trigger you and the shoe fit, moonwalk. Other than that, let's talk. Listen, bro, I'm only 25 years old, and I'm going to tell you right now, because you older than me. You do not have to be perfect, bro. You don't got to be perfect. First of all, you should love yourself enough to understand that as a man, you do not have to be perfect. You're getting that from social media, right? It's all social media based. If you are a good man, keyword if, you can find a good woman in real life. Don't use dating apps. Stop using dating apps, right? I'm pretty sure you got game. The Instagram sign and DMs and all that, nah, man. Nah. And if you're like, oh, I can approach a woman in public, women don't want to be bothered, it's the way you approach them. Yes is yes, no is no. You don't got to be perfect, but you got to understand why a woman is tired. You ever heard that line, dealing with a heart that I didn't break? I'm not saying she's broken, but when you meet her, her guard is up.
I don't like the word prove because I hate to ever have to prove myself to anybody. My thing is be consistent. Period. When you're consistent, it shows.
But isn't that a
Proving?
sign of proving? It's just a bad word that you don't like.
Because proving sometimes to me feel like you're doing this just to get me. You're trying to prove to me that this is who you say you are. If this is who you say you are,
it was
the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Okay. I think I get where you're going with that. I get what you're saying.
Like I don't want anybody,
be you,
man or woman,
be you.
Yes,
you ain't gotta prove anything.
To feel
just be
like
you.
I gotta prove something. If a man, a good man, is interested in any woman who may have been hurt, who they may feel is damaged, you don't have to prove yourself. You just have to be consistent and be who you are. A person who's willing to take the time and to let nature take its course with time, then that's just not for you. And that's okay too.
First of all,
because I'm not telling, the thing about it is, I'm not telling no man or no woman to stay with somebody who's damaged.
That's what I was about to say. If you feel like this person
worth
is damaged, you should, if you feel like that person is damaged beyond repair, you shouldn't be trying to get with them anyway.
But the thing about it is, it may not be beyond repair. Like you say, you have people who go through things and they have their guard up, just like anybody. That's just like a man. What I mean by that, okay, you know how you have men in relationships, and they're good men. They come across not so good women. And so, in a sense, when they do find that good woman, men have their guard up as well as like,
of course.
I don't know if I want to be a dog ass nigga
and they
to her.
should. Yeah.
Or just like a woman should be able to have that same room.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if I'm in a dating pool and I'm dating people, in my mind I feel like you are damaged, why the hell would I date you? If I feel like you're damaged.
But maybe that's
what I'm saying. Like, what the hell?
Let's use guarded.
Okay.
Let's use guarded.
Okay, I can take guarded.
Maybe damage is like, the wrong word.
You hide under the word perfect when you know we want accountability and we want the better version of you. We're tired of you guys honestly not bringing anything to the table and just trying to come for the leftovers. So what did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen? The word accountability.
Please explain to me how we got to the point where men are expected to be damn near perfect.
See, this is where you're wrong, because no one's expecting you to be perfect. They're expecting you to be emotionally intelligent and a good partner. But what I can't figure out is why you're not happy that women are asking you to be more than just what you can provide. They're raising their standards to demand the makings of a mutually beneficial relationship, and that only benefits you in return. But some of you don't want to be better men, so you intentionally make the standards sound unattainable so that you don't even have to try and meet them. But this is no different than what you've been doing to women for years. You're so mad about the standards, but the standards aren't new. They're only new for you. And you're not even under any obligation to meet them, just like women aren't required to lower theirs for you. But you're not entitled to a partner if you're not willing to be a good one. So I don't think you're mad about the standards. I think you're mad that they apply to you.
What a man has to do is just be short, and hey, it's the curtains for him. Women ain't about to entertain that.
So every once in a while I run across a video like this where there's a guy complaining about how men can't have standards and how women have too many standards. My question has always been, who told you you couldn't have standards? And if they told you, why did you believe them? Men can have standards just like women do. We can decide what we want and what we don't want, what we will accept and what we won't, and we can stand firm in that. This is literally something that you gotta let people bully you on. But come on, let's keep it 100. Most men either don't have standards because they don't know their worth, or they just literally trying to take whatever they can get. Or, this is more common for men and women, we want people that don't want us, or we don't want the people that do want us. We would rather be mad at the people whose standards we don't meet and then shame.
The only reason that certain things been happening in the atmosphere is because
Okay.
we got to a place to where we decided to do something about
Enough is enough.
what we didn't agree with.
Yeah, enough is enough. Yes.
We stopped making excuses, which we never could make excuses. We had to roll with the punches.
Hey.
And that's just even where they said back in the day when a woman was built just to create another man or another human being, we rolled with the punches. We did what it took to make this man a man. Even when you look at kings and queens, a wife never felt like she fulfilled what her king wanted until she provided him a son. I'm sorry, baby, I be going left, but we're going to get back into the video.
By the way, I'm 5'6". I ain't never had a problem getting a woman. So maybe it's a personality thing. I don't know.
Please explain to me how we got to the point where men are expected to be damn near perfect.
Okay, the rest of his thing said that, you know, women can basically be fat or be a slut or be whatever, and men have to accept it. But if a man has one thing wrong with him, like he's short, he's automatically cut out. So let me explain something to you. My grandmother's generation, my great-grandmother's generation, my mama's generation, basically kind of all had to depend on a man whether he was a good man or not. Why? Because without a man, you were going to struggle, you were going to be asked out, and your kids were going to be in need. So basically in those 3 times, you had to take what you got. Whether you had a man that had a family on the other side of the tracks, you had a man who was a drunk, you had a man who gambled too much and couldn't save a goddamn dime, you had a man that put his hands on you. No matter what, you had to have a man in order to survive. So we're going to chime into the millennials and the Gen Zs. We've all learned from our past, which is our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents. And these women ain't taking that shit no more. You can call me a slut, you can call me a hoe, you can call me whatever you want, but you can't call me broke. Okay? I can take care of myself, and that seems to be the only stance men have these days is, I'm the man in the house, I can take care of the house. Nigga, I can do that too. What else do you have? Do you have the emotional capability to have a conversation with me without shutting down or leaving the house because you feel like you are in the right? No. Can you come to me when you fuck up and actually apologize instead of having a fucking temper tantrum or trying to buy my affection? When children are in play, can you actually be an active parent instead of thinking of me as the fucking babysitter? And you just saying, all I have to do is bring a check in because, baby, I do that too. And I cook and I clean. See, women are not looking for you to be perfect. We are just looking for growth. And that's a lot of things men miss. Emotional intelligence. Understanding that this is a partnership and not a fucking dictatorship. Understanding that we bring just as much to the table as you do. Understanding that we have value and women grow exponentially faster than men. So y'all need to catch the fuck up or you're going to get left the fuck behind. Do the work. Go to therapy. Understand that everything is not about you. Okay? It's not the 1950s, 60s, 70s anymore. We can do it without you guys. And if we have to, we will. Y'all are the ones that's going to suffer, because without a woman in your life, your lifespans get smaller and smaller and smaller. And ours get higher and higher and higher. So who's really struggling?
Man, okay, so listen. Listen, I'm gonna say this. To me, I agree with every single rebuttal, including yours. That was after the video.
Guys, women can take care of themselves. We got good jobs. We got the highest paying jobs. We're consistent in our jobs. So technically, when it comes to finances like it did back in the day, no, we don't feel like we need a man for finances. But when we get a man that's active in their kids' lives, contribute to the household as far as, baby, I'll cook dinner on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights.
I'm not a cooker either.
Yes, hell she is.
No.
I started eating what she thought she couldn't cook.
No, I will cook, but I'm not the cook. I say that. I'm going to cook enough for us to eat, because we are never going to starve.
I gave her no choice. When I start working, she was like, "But how long you going to be before you get home?" So I'm like, "Babe, whatever you decide to cook, we going to eat it." "No, don't nobody like my cook." I'm like, "Man, you fried the hell out of some chicken." So first it was just chicken. Then I'm like, shit, I didn't know how to cook.
Then it was burgers, then it was stroganoff, then it was shepherd's
She started getting to it. I'm like, go recipe.
I'm like, ooh,
and what I used to tell, because her biggest problem was, I'm going to tweak it. No, you can't tweak shit if you ain't no cook.
I'm a tweaker, y'all. I be tweaking.
I'm like, baby, go by the directions. You can't go wrong. She started going by the directions.
Come on now, how many of y'all
Barely.
ordered something and you know you gotta put it together and you just look at the box?
That's why I had to bring
you're
out
not gonna
those
look.
two.
You're not gonna look at the directions. I look at the box like, okay, this go here. this
And
go
that's
here.
not how it
Okay.
always works, babe.
I know it don't, but it always come out good.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
Just because,
No, it don't.
just because
Our
the right
boy's
side,
whole drawer couldn't go all the way in because she looked at the
but it held closed in there. Though. Just because the right side of the drawer is supposed to be on the left and the left side is supposed to be on the right, it don't matter. Close.
That's what we bump heads at, y'all. I am by the books. She is by the picture. By the cover.
I am a firm believer that everybody don't have to go from A through Z. Some of us can skip some letters and go on, okay? Some of us ain't got to do all of that. If it worked for you by going through every letter, salute. Listen, if it worked for you, do A,
See,
B,
that's why
and
you
C.
got me crazy and you ain't know because you skipped letters.
What? What the hell? One thing, if you take away anything from this video, stay off the damn internet streets getting relationship advice. God damn it. Make your own doggone choice. Women are waking up just like people are waking up from religion. Everybody is stepping up out of this shit, okay? So, we'll see y'all in the next.
I won't tell.